Well, this next guy has a great idea. Actually, he's a dentist, and he's been tinkering, in the back room of his dentist's office for a while now to invent something that is like a power wash for your teeth. We're all so concerned about our teeth anymore, and we're living older, and we got to keep these teeth longer, than usual. Well, he's got this little device now. You just bite on it, and it power washes in 60 seconds, does all the brushing, it does all the flossing and everything, all by itself. And so it's great for lazy guys like me, but also for the elderly population and younger people and things like this. But more importantly, what this fellow's doing is finding ideas to improve his profession. So, and instead of having to go to some big medical device company and all that bureaucracy and all that kind of stuff involved, no, he just tinkers with himself, and figures it out and has a sample and puts it on the internet, and boy, he got $60,000. Well, that starts him in business. I don't know if he's going to stay in dentistry and filling holes for a while, but it's cool what you can do now, either part-time or full-time, and you have an idea for something, how to improve, the existing tools of your profession or whatever. So you could tinker with that. It's better than watching football every night or whatever the heck it is, right? To try to improve, the profession you're involved in to make it better, because if you're on the front line, you're the best person to see what has to be done. To have some professional inventor or management consultant and do all this, they don't live the life of it like you do every day or whatever. So that's why it's now easier than ever to take that little silly idea you have, and because before you had to convince some big bureaucracy and go through 500,000 meetings or whatever. No, now you don't have to do that. There's nobody standing in your way of taking that idea and making the life around you a lot better. Because the money, like he got $60,000 now to do this. So could you imagine, all the seniors now who don't have the effort or the time or whatever to brush their teeth? Man, they just clomp on this thing, and they got the power wash, and it's all done. Yeah, or as lazy other people who can do it themselves but don't want to do it, or kids. And that's, part of our healthcare system is teeth. That could stop so many things in your life. And so it's something, you only get one set of these suckers, and if you replace it, man, that's a lot of money, right? So watch him, because it's a good idea what to do, and always start thinking about whatever career you're in. Oh, what about Igor Ryzenson? Well, Dr. Igor Ryzenson, I'm sorry. Spent a lot of time and money getting that doctor, so we want to use it. But more importantly, you're a practicing, dentist now. And actually, you know what I meant to mention earlier before we talk, it sounds like you're doing wonderful work in the rural areas of Georgia, and with the kids. And it sounds like by working on this clientele, you were looking for a product where people could keep their teeth better. You're like on one set of teeth, right? That's right. And that's why I work on them so much now since I married this lady here who has perfect teeth, and I'm trying to get there. But you've invented this device on the side that you just bite on it, and it like power washes your teeth and flosses them all in 60 seconds, and you're home. God, it's just terrific. And you're raising money, on kickstarting, and you're knocking it out of the park. You thought you needed 16 grand to do this, and already up to $55,000. You got hundreds and hundreds of people who want this. And I can understand why they want it. It's a great thing. It's very reasonable. And actually you won an award already for this idea, haven't you?
Yes.
What was that award?
Yes, you must be talking about for Modern Marvels.
Right.
I was one of the main contestants on the Invent Now challenge, where in 2007 there were about 2,500 contestants that were trying out to be part of the Invent Now challenge on Modern Marvels. And they chose only 25 out of those 2,500. We were one of them. And we were one of the finalists, and that was a great experience. And I was able to meet a lot of very important people. One of them being Steve Wozniak, who
Oh,
I was
the
able
Apple
to
guy, one of the
literally
inventors,
stand
right?
in front of.
Yeah.
That's right. Literally stand in front
Wow.
of and talk for about 7 minutes or so about my invention right in front of him, and that was quite an incredible experience
Yeah.
in and of itself. You can only imagine.
All right. Oh, that's fun.
From that point on, I've been very motivated to really make this a reality and get this product into people's hands. And so I have been doing everything I could. And now we've come to this point where Kickstarter exists, which didn't exist in 2007.
Absolutely.
And only 3 months ago were we allowed on Kickstarter to create or to get the category of medical device
I see. So
up and running. So it's been extremely time pertinent, and we're just always following on the heels of technology.
wonderful. Now on Kickstarter, you're a busy guy. You're taking care of patients every day too, and actually your wife's a dentist too. So you run around. You got kids and everything. So doing a campaign, I'm curious. Did you feel you had to hire like publicity people and marketing people and all that to help you through that stuff?
Correct, absolutely. I hired one of the largest online public relations companies called Vocus.
Oh, Vocus,
They have a very large presence on the computer, online. They have a great history and track record. So I hired them. I was very happy to use them. I had a great contact person there named Aaron Apple, and he was the person who was instrumental
we're losing
getting all of our put together.
So Igor, you're saying we lost you a little bit there. So your contact there was instrumental in getting all your publicity and like probably arranging me and, and all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Because you're still in the middle of campaign. You still have another week or two on the campaign, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And if people go
10 days, and we're going to be rallying our energies into Facebook and into putting up boosting on Facebook, sending out emails to our backers already, so that
they tell other people. Yeah,
get the word out that we have a push of $100,000. We're trying to raise by the end of 10.
Okay, let me back up a little. I'm losing you a little bit. So let's start where. Let me start. So Igor, you have a push now on your campaign because you only have a few days left. And what does that push mean? What are you going to do?
So the push campaign means that we're going to be trying to raise $100,000 by the next 10 days. Right now we're 56 and a half or so. And what we're going to be doing is boosting on Facebook, emailing our backers, and reaching out through PR and reaching out through a program like yourself, doing these kinds of fantastic interviews. I have a couple of interviews with other folks, and we're just getting the word out there as best as we can.
Wonderful. It can't hurt, man. You can't know about it unless you know about it, right? You got to tell us about it, right? Well, that's amazing. And so then in about 10 more days, that'll be it. And then you go in production, and early next year, you will have the thing. But more importantly, now if you buy it, it's like half price what it's going to be retail when it's finished, right?
That's correct. Matthew,
thank you, Igor. Take care.